Holy hell. Is that Jacob's schedule almost on time? What is going on? Is it the end of the world? Let me just open some files real quick. Those files are the files that I need to open. Nice. Um, cool. Let me lift the veil here. Nice, nice, nice. These were the invented figures from yesterday. They're just in the same document as we're going to be drawing in right now. I'm a little happy with that one. All right. Let's move on. Let's get going. Figure drawing, hit me up with some 2-minute poses. Let's do the fun pen. Get going. Yo, that's wild. I remember when this song was about old people. For reference, the song's called 23. Now it's about people who are 1 year. I thought I said 2 minutes. Okay. 1 year younger than me. Damn. Time flies, huh? We all gotta die. How's your morning going? Drawing is like making pancakes. The first one's always whack. I tried to tell you 2 minutes. 2 minutes, any model. There we go. We're still kind of in the business of like mark minimizing, simplifying if we can. What's been happening? What's been happening? When climbing yesterday, I had a really strong climbing session yesterday. Oof. Let me brag for a second here. Um, I did more than a couple moves. Is that true? Yes, because I did three, three moves on an 8A boulder at my local Kilder board, which felt pretty good. For all you American climbing heads, I believe that would be a V11 that I didn't send. I didn't top it, just for the record. I just did a bunch of moves on it. All right. Didn't really find the time to finish that drawing. And what else is new since yesterday? I think not too much, not too many media updates. Haven't seen too many movies in the span of that one day. The ghost of my Kanye phase still haunting me. It's early Kanye, so it's I feel like it's more excusable. Of course, you gotta have some Brockhampton. I'm seeing too many marks. I'm seeing too many dots. There's a Danny Brown feature on this one too. Didn't realize. Didn't remember. We haven't had a lot of like demos on stream recently. It's been a lot of just figures and my little personal project, which of course that impacts the amount of clips that I have for social media, right? Because most of my short form clips are like demos, me trying to teach something, convey something. But it's been fine. We've been posting just process videos, which that works too, I think. Oh shit, this is my jam. This is one of few songs I know how to play on the piano. Despite owning a piano. Like I usually say when I have people over and they see the piano, yeah, the piano's aspirational. The piano is like a dream incarnate. I play it occasionally, but most of the things I do, admittedly, are behind a computer screen. 90 becomes a bartender. Working too hard can give you a heart attack. Gotta be careful. I like Billy Joel's songs. Um, I like, well, specifically Moving Out and Vienna. I like for kind of the same reasons that I like Whiplash, because they're like admonishments or warnings to the young striver, the young ambitious person, to to take a chill pill. And the same as watching like Whiplash. Every time I listen to them, I'm like, yeah, he's right. It's silly. You shouldn't be working so hard. But then also in Vienna, he sings. Uh, what's the lyric? It's, you know, the truth is told that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. And then I'm like, damn, maybe he's right there. Maybe you're supposed to work harder, even harder than too hard. Yeah, because you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want. You can just get old. Dangerous to put that lyric in a song about taking a chill pill. Oh, sneeze moment. No. There we go. There was a faint, but there was no fake sneeze. There you go. That's like a gesture. Where's the chivalry? I swear to God, in the first half hour I'm on stream, it gets like 5 degrees warmer in my room. At least. Shrink that up. Shrink that up a little bit. Where's the chivalry? Cool. Okay, so give me a second. I'll just lose a layer. And there you go. That's a fun pose. I feel like my favorite poses are always the ones that emphasize form the most. So if there's like a good twist or a good like form leaning away so you get to look at it from a more dramatic angle. And of course, like extreme dynamic foreshortening too. So anything that really exaggerates the feeling of form, the feeling of space. You guys ever have that thing where it's like there's a piece of media that's out and you know you want to consume it, watch it, read it at some point, but it's kind of so good that you want to be prepared for it. Like you're not really ready for it yet. I'm running out of time on this one. Give me a second. I've been having that with that feeling where it's like, oh, I'm not quite ready for enjoying this thing. I need to be prepared to enjoy it, so I'll put it on hold. Um, been having that feeling with the TZK talk that's out on appeal from Lightbox Expo. Like I know it's gonna be great. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. I just feel like I need the right time for it. Anyway, let's. I want to retry that pose. I also want to do a quick Instagram alert. Just let them know that it's Christmas. Let them know that we're streaming. What a banger. All right. Let's try this one again. I think I can do better. There's something about the energy. Something about the energy that's off. Serengeti. Cute. Immediately feels better. Less overwrought. It's kind of the same. Same difference. A little bit more of a lean back, probably. And this is like a good spot for that thigh, knee area. Lower leg. Segmented model of the leg. It's a segment. So is it segmented or is it segmented? Who the hell knows? A little smaller on that leg, on that thigh. All right, there you go. Definitely like a stronger drawing than the first one. I still feel like you could push more. But we'll be moving on. We'll be moving on. Sometimes it feels like there's like a drawing mode that you can enter. And sometimes you can enter it at will, where you just make like inspired good choices. Maybe it's that flow state that people are talking about. But then inevitably you lose it and you go back to just making like okay drawings. Guess that's life. And where does his legs go? For my people in the front in the nosebleed section. Figure drawing might be one of the things that I've done the most in my life. That's pretty crazy. Well, sleeping, but it's like eating probably still too. Um, it's one of the first disciplines that I picked up when I started learning art as a kid was figure drawing. As like a 14, 15-year old, I watched like a couple Proco videos and he talked about how it's like an absolute essential if you want to do anything with art. I think that was the framing. for Proco. Um, and so my ass was like, oh, I guess, okay. I guess I'll just do figure drawing forever. And it was on the, when I submitted for the animation workshop, applied for the animation workshop. One of the pillars of the portfolio was also figure drawing. So it really, like, for several reasons, it was just kind of the thing that I needed to do for a while. And so to the extent that I did have like a daily drawing routine when I was 14, 15, which I did in periods of time, I did have like a consistent drawing routine. It would be it would consist of either drawing boxes or drawing figures from photo reference. There you go. So there's definitely like an amount of like comfort and nostalgia that I take in drawing figures like this. What is this song? Is this some Sebi? Is this the Sebi song? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I've never seen one of them. Damn, I think Sebi's fun. It's really fun music. He's got a knife. Just do the same bar of I'm getting bread, you're getting crumbs, like 3 times in a bar, 3 times in a, yeah, in a verse. So that leg is not legging. Sure. Okay. It's just a nice, very simple pose. Which makes the perspective really clear. Did we succeed? I mean, yeah. Yeah. Seems about right. Probably would stretch the legs a little bit. Huh? No, that's good. That's right. And then, yep. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Hello, January Holy. Hello, how you doing? What is up? I'm good. I'm good. Just drawing away, doing these morning gestures here. Um, gonna be doing some gestures from imagination in a second, I think. Maybe like one more of these. But yeah, just hanging, doing my morning warm-ups. Holy hell, I get shocked by the sound every time. Thanks for following. And yo, Vipper. Pretty good, pretty good. I'll just lower the table. Give me a second. All right. Vipper, I saw you just use the Discord. This is good. This is good. I didn't see what you posted, just saw the notification. Get that community bubbling. Nice, nice. I gotta use the art share for babies who don't want critique channel more. Yeah, like actually, because yeah, yes, yes. Just post all my ArtStation posts in there. ArtStation, in my experience, hasn't been very good for like generating traffic like at all. There's two. And I think I did butcher the name of it. I think one of them is art share for babies who just want praise. Okay, I guess now we gotta figure it out, huh? I guess they're a bit confusingly named. What do we got here? Art share for babies who want praise, and art share for babies who don't want praise. Okay, that's the two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it looks cool. Nice layout. Always looks impressive when you lay out a bunch of like 3D props like that. And then there's a third one that's art share want critique. And they're all equally valid. This new pen is nice. You can tell I struggle or um am not doing a good job if there's like a bunch of marks. So want praise or not, the art is in fact getting praised. Oh really? Oh, you're so right. You're so right. Because I just did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn. Guess there's no way around it, huh? I don't fully see the. No, never mind, never mind. It started with art share want feedback and art share for babies who just want praise. And then because I was like, well, I want to post in the one that's art share babies just want praise. But then Themios, another person on the server, another viewer, was like, well, I want to share my art, but I don't necessarily want feedback, and I also don't want praise. Where do I put it? Either way, you're a baby. Well, unless you want feedback. If you want feedback, you're not a baby, right? You're stepping up to the challenge. Though I don't know, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the community is flourishing enough to uh, generate like useful feedback for everyone yet. Who knows? Maybe it is. But one day that channel will pop off. It'll pop the fuck off. Big hand, small hand? Big hand, small hand? Holy shit, he did it. In periods. It's probably one of my most common exercises. It's just like figures. But my morning warm ups I usually use to do essentially studies, working on whatever I feel like I haven't in a while, or wherever I feel like I'm behind a bit, something that I feel like I'd like to improve upon. So for like all of last month, essentially, we were doing faces, specifically ones that we were looking up at. But like this month, essentially, I think it's been gestures, right? Figures. And then we try to invent again. Trying to think of some more climbing poses. The frog. This happens on the wall maybe more than you'd expect. Be right back. I feel like it's really overly considerate when the viewers write "be right back." I'm not saying stop necessarily. I'm just saying, well, you know, makes a lot of sense when I do it because the stream kind of relies on me a little bit. Like I appreciate it, no worries, but stream will be fine. Okay. So we're viewing it like we're this pose. We're viewing it through the wall, right? It's like a typical. Okay, you have two footholds close to each other. You're trying to reach far to the other side. Kind of move. Kind of pose. Oh, I missed the "This is fire." Thank you, January Holy. There were just so many chatters at the same time. That's gonna be like a streaming milestone as well, is when it stops being like, oh, I missed a message, and it starts being like, okay, I have to pick like which messages to respond to and which not to. Like when you hear Northern Lion talk about his chat, it's always, well, it flies by so fast. You have to. It's hard to catch them. It's hard to read them. Okay, sure. There's a pose. Do we want to try that again? Well, this arm is really big. That's bothering me a little. Feels a bit better. Other climbing poses. I might have to work this one out, but there's like, and how do they look when they do that? I'm looking for the one arm. We're looking for the one arm pose. Yeah, I don't know. I know that I often see, because a bunch of my friends, a bunch of my friends like doing one arms a lot. And I know that I see them like scrunch up their bodies somehow. Because you're really trying to tense up, right? Because it's like it's a difficult thing to do. There is like a certain pose that I feel like they take when they do this. Honestly, maybe it's like the other arm goes down or something. I think that's more like it. As if they're trying to push themselves up with the other arm. And then the legs, I don't know, man, I couldn't tell you, but I think they're maybe a bit more together. I think we're getting closer. The one arm pull-up pose. It would be nice to do some more like targeted specific poses for the morning gestures. Because again, this is like a pet peeve I've been talking about before, but I've talked about before. But a lot of figure drawing reference is just like random artistic poses, and they're not really doing anything. So I'm not really catching like a lot of specific pose nuances to specific movements. All right, so there's my guess at what like a middle of a one arm pose might look like. Which I think is it kind of is a little bit of a stiff pose because you're like really tensing up. Okay. And another one. Now I kind of want to do the completion of that pose, right? Fire song. Yeah, I really like this one. Do you know it? What's happening, gang? We're drawing one arm pull-ups. At least we're trying. Just off memory. It's okay, wait, where's my chat? Where's my chat doc? Stream docs. I want Twitch chat, because that one I can chat in from OBS, which is overpowered. It is Love Drug off that. Love Drug off that. But the sample, which is just like, it's like the entire beat. It's like the entire melody and beat is the sample. Ji-eun's Sunset by City Girl. And they're both really good. There's also like I didn't realize how empty my bed was until you left me or something. Or I think it's that one that also uses this sample. But I just like, which is also like a rap song that just like raps over the song. Over the beat, over the, yeah. But for that purpose of just having like a rap song over this song, I like this one better. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Right. I don't know. Let's do some science. See if it's like the exact same track. Because I think it just might be. It definitely didn't alter it much. Here you go. This is the City Girl track. Oh, I was just looking for my reference, but I don't have reference for this one. That's the point. That's the point of it. Oh yeah, he mad. He mad. No, it's just the same. It's just the exact same beat and track. But then the other guys rap over it, and I like rap, so. And then there's this one, which is the viral one. This is the popular one. Sure. I feel like probably a little bit more distance here. One day I'll be able to do a one arm. It's gonna be so cool. Okay. Let's do at least one more invented figure. Or maybe just a second pass on some of these. It's a little one note, this one, huh? Okay. Now you've heard all three. There's the one that grew viral and famous. There was the original one, which was just the track, just the song. No vocals, just the instrumental. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there is stuff like that. I don't know about heaps, but there's definitely like a lot of rappers that like use other rappers' beats, or there are like popular samples to use, right? Let's see. 10th rib. Obliques. Silhouette is a little weird. That's just because I like skinny waists. like drawing skinny waists. Looks better now. I don't believe the shoulder. Don't believe the neck. Have you ever heard Evan Amundsen's art is about believability rant? I think it's pretty valid. Art is obviously about different things to different artists. But the point is that what Evan Amundsen aims for, one of the things he aims for the most in drawing and in design, is believability. Would the audience believe the design that you're presenting to them, right? And it's definitely like a good thing to have in mind, because it's a big thing of like what lets the audience see through to the drawing and appreciate the drawing and the design instead of like feel just disconnected from what you're presenting to them. Yeah, it's kind of like uncanny valley. Like if it's and you can achieve believability in a lot of different ways. You can think about it as if like gesture is almost a form of believability, right? Because if you capture the right gesture, you're like, oh yeah, like yes, that is a guy standing. I see that. That feels like a guy standing. And if you do like a like a bad job at gesture, the audience won't necessarily see through to what you're trying to say, and will instead see that something's like a bad drawing, right? And it's why we prioritize fundamentals so much. Well, now it's a lady standing. But it's why we prioritize fundamentals so much, is because it allows people to see through to the drawing that you're presenting to them. If I draw very unbelievable anatomy, the first thing you'll see is that this makes no sense. And you'll see that before you see what I'm trying to tell you. You'll see that before you see the guy doing the one arm. You'll see weird drawing, right? But if I manage to present to you believable anatomy, what the audience sees is the drawing. And then I get to talk to you with my pictures, which is, for me and Evan both, that's the point of drawing, of art. And so it makes sense to prioritize believability, to prioritize accuracy to some degree, either in essence and gesture or in like brass tacks anatomy. Because believability becomes kind of like the bar of entry to talking to your audience about something. Doesn't Picasso just stand outside all of this? Yeah, but he's a different brand of artist. His point is kind of, you can't tell what I'm saying. Or I guess his point is, I'm drawing like a child and there's value to that, right? But I'd argue that Picasso's work isn't very good at communicating, and like his later work is not very good at communicating what's happening in the drawing. It's good at communicating, a vibe, a feeling, maybe like a larger point. But but I'd argue it's not very good at, yeah, communicating. What's the guy doing in this picture? Evan Amundsen, like me, is like an entertainment artist, right? He does art for video games, card games, stuff like that. And in our business, it's important to have communicative art. Make communicative art, believable art, so as to allow the viewer to engage with it. And that sort of hunt for believability is the reason why gesture and anatomy is so important to me. It's becoming clear to me that now that this gesture doesn't feel right. I think probably keep be crunching this pec more. Really tensing, scrunching his body. And it's an interesting thing to take into account, believability, when you're doing more stylized art like I am. And like I do. Because it speaks to how there's still some aspects of reality that I want to maintain. A little long, this forearm, maybe? Rhinoceros belly type beat here. Real ones, no. Knowers, no. What's up, Alan? How you doing? Doing good, doing good. Doing well, doing well. Superman does good. I'm doing well. Damn. They really got me. Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know, can you? Life's tough. We in Winter Wonderland now? It has been snowing a bit in Denmark. I don't... Yeah, definitely not. Damn, and then he references the hands. It's so second nature. All right. You got 30-ish centimeters of snow? That's crazy. That's a lot of snow. Oh my god, is school canceled then? Please tell me school's canceled. If he doesn't show up in the first 15 minutes, we can go home. Yeah, if the teacher is 15 minutes late because of the snow, we can leave. Remember? Remember? Do you remember? All right, there you go. That will be today's figures from invention practice. Cool. Then, all right, maybe save. Maybe save. I have this project here. Now this part of it is pretty done. There's one thing I wanted to give this lady less forehead. Oh, I want ma. Goated song. All right, but that was the minor change that I wanted to make here. And now I would like to do the prop call out sheet, because I do have one of those. Grab all of that. Whoops. Give me a second. Save the file. Cool. Not, come on. There you go. And now props. Just need to lay this out somehow. Yep. Let's just first make sure that we just have these three. There you go. We won't be using that one, I think. Let's just mark it. Then we have this guy. And that guy. Excuse me. And this guy. 2 layers, simple, easy. It's probably just like not about not overthinking the layout of a prop sheet. Like, cool. Problem solved. And then like, just to make the presentation kind of match. Put a bit of the blood splatter in there. Slick. Yep. Cool. I think that's kind of it. Props. Awesome sauce. And now it's this one. Let me just find. Poses again. Oh, you should go in the props folder. There we go. What's this? That's Kid Cudi. There was a while where I was listening to that one Kid Cudi album. And this is the one that's gonna have just like a slight bit of like a render. I'll still try to keep it very economical. Don't. Oh, I should have removed the grain. There you go. Cool. Because I literally just brought this in here for color picking. Great, there we go. How long do we have? An hour and 45? This should be doable. Should be doable. What do I usually do after stream? More of the same. Well, I have lunch. Often I go for a walk after lunch. Try to prioritize a walk every day, and that's just often where it slots in. And then I roll into, well, either more personal work, which these days has just been this project. So these days, stream and post stream have been a lot of the same work, just more of the same project. Or I'll roll into, well, the internship or freelance when I have work. Do that until the evening, then go climbing. Oh, also, actually, social media post, right? So lunch, do a social media post, walk, roll into either personal work, freelance. Yeah, personal work or freelance. Whoops. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So that also means that like the stream is where I get my studies in. Because once stream is over, I roll into production and work tasks. Checks out. Checks out according to... I guess it's just kind of what you'd expect, huh? You. Yeah. Oh, it's the same thing you do? You are the authority on day planning. Okay. A walk a day is crucial. Yeah. Yeah, when you don't get out with or for your job naturally, you definitely have to force it into the routine somehow. And I do not have a job that does that for me. We artists, we have to walk. We must walk. I didn't even mute. Oh, he's a bad streamer. I hope an ill fate befalls him. Fine. This is another cell shading plus type project. I do a lot of cell shading plus. It's a nice way for me to phrase that if I'm painting, I'm doing a bad job. If it feels like I'm painting, I'm taking it too far. And it keeps me in the realm of like a visual that works with like a lined inked finish. Oh, that's the hat. All right, flats completed. Well, no, actually, no, incorrect. Oh, right. It might get a little tight. I have hope. If we lock in, if we don't waste too much time, should be able to finish this stream. It's definitely done by the end of the day. Oh, you're also. Ayo. Tyler, the Creator, another rap goat. Cool. Flip the canvas a million times, it makes the drawing better. Life hack. I didn't make the rules. That's just how it is. Something like that. Alrighty. We good? Cool. Yep. Oh, come on. The biggest trap of pure ref, the fact that the spacebar zooms everything out. Is that really the... Yeah, I guess so. All right, get out your hard round brush. Let's get going. You got sidetracked? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You have no responsibility to catch the stream. Though the stream is there, going through an existential crisis. Oh no. Oh no. You good, friend? You just need to get yourself out there. Hope you get better, mate. One KZ man. Hello, how you doing? Good, go to the first time chat. Helping out a fellow viewer. Or wishing them, well, is that a vinyl witch? Yeah, dude, I think you nailed it, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Though, and I see why you might have read that as a broom. It's more of like a weapony thing. About 100 to 150 projects that never made it online. Sick. That's gains. That's gains hiding from you. What's up? Oh, I was on the eraser. Don't mind me. Smash or something, but Buddy got sad. Gotta start organizing the fuck out of it. Yeah, man. You think I could pull off the broom? Yeah, well, but it's not supposed to be though. I mean, that's cool, but it's like I saw smash that follow button. Thank you. It's so loud. Is that so loud for you guys too, or is it just me? Piece is turning out to be super cool. Thanks. I'm starting to like this project too. Or well, I have liked this project. But it's a nice feeling getting to like your own art. Is it for a fighting game? Yeah, something like that. It's so the design framework I have in my head is like it's like a gotcha game. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because when I look at gotcha games, I very often see ridiculous over the top character designs. So that framework allows me to go really crazy with the design decisions in a way that still feels like viable for some professional setting, right? There's that one, and I forget the name of it. There's that one gacha game where all the characters have like huge like actual gunships in their character sprites, like actual ships as part of like their weapons, and it just looks crazy. Over the top how so? So to me, this is a stupid over the top design because it's very on the nose. All the references that I'm using are very like I literally took like the tone arm off of a gramophone and put it in the design, and I literally took the like this shape of this brass here in a way that if you continued it all the way around, it would be like a gramophone. And just slap that on her shoulder. So it's in terms of how I'm using the references. It's also in terms of how much I'm like breaking the silhouette, how much stuff's just jutting out everywhere, how big the weapon is. And fighting game is close. Fighting game, you know, it's kind of like it's the same design philosophy of something like Guilty Gear as well. Maybe it's like a gotcha fighting game. Stop the broom bit. This would be for a 3D game. I don't see a design with this amount of complexity being for 2D. Yeah, so in my mind, it's a 3D gotcha fighting game. Oh, did I forget to make this a clipping mask before I merged down? I think I might have. This line's bad. I've got to take this one again. Oh, come on. Sure, man. Sure, man. Just also take time out. I mean, don't listen to me and don't let me control you. But I'm just saying stuff like that, like really tedious tasks. That's always for me. That's how to like kill my passion for art. But hey, good luck. Have fun. You like the music? That's nice. It's literally every song I've ever liked on Spotify. Later's Peace. Later's Peace. Whoops. I know this seems like a lot of painting for what I said about cell shading plus, but also this is the most, this is going to be the most rendered part of the illustration. Like the hair is one of the most important cells to make feel right. One of the most important moments, rendered moments in the piece. Cool. There we go. Okay, now it's all about, with the gold, not getting tempted to do like an accurate gold render. And instead just do like a stylized render for the gold. Let's actually, because we're doing more of a render on this one. Let's actually split this into layers. That's gold. Normally I'm as much of like a one layer warrior as I can be. When you could be even on this piece, so maybe that's cap. I'm capping. It's just a nice and easy. For very polished, clean renders, it's obviously easier to work with many layers. Okay. Green, I'm missing green. I'm missing red skin color. Um, okay, well, dude, it depends. I guess my process isn't that strict, and I'm still figuring it out a little bit. On the Malzahar splash, I did a rework project for the League of Legends character Malzahar where I redesigned him and did a splash, and that piece I had a lot of layers. That piece was like hundreds of layers, just adding little glows and little, like 300 layers, adding little glows, little overpaints of different parts of the element. Um, but since then, I've started to prioritize minimizing the amount of layers a lot more. Yeah. A normal person. Sure. But I don't like working like that. I think for this piece, I'll just do like a layer per material. But also, we're not going to go very rendered for this one. It looks clean to you? Yeah, yeah. Is there a reason? Is there a reason it wouldn't? I just have like a very comic-y art style in which it makes no sense to really have too many layers, right? Well, you found a site for brains. Comic books have layers. Still images are very detailed or not. Well, so for comics, it makes a lot of sense to just have like one layer for lines and then one layer for colors, right? Because stylistically, there's like this divide between line and color. And then what people will often do when drawing comics, when doing line work for comics, is have like temporary layers where you're cutting in and out of the lines on additional layers that you then merge down. Typically, comic artists have very few layers compared to, say, like well, I guess many painters have few layers as well. Yeah, it depends on art style and person, and that's what I'm saying. Comics is an art style, like generally, that involves fewer layers. Because it's like line, color. Well, comics covers, yeah, that's an entirely different story. But I'd consider comic book covers a very different thing from comics. Like that's a different style for sure. That seems like gains, having the ad not be on the full screen. It seems like winning. Hmm. And what's the form on that again? I have the prop. It's just like a big soft curve. Oh, please don't crash. Thank you. Thank you. No crash. Sometimes people choose to have ads at specific times. Right. I haven't touched any of the ad settings. So none of what's going on with your ads when you're watching my stream is intentional. Well, at least none of the things that I can control. I'm sure it's very intentional from a marketing perspective. Okay. A little darker, maybe? It is metal after all. Saturated, where there's many bounces of the light. So in crevices where the metal is staring straight into itself. Where did I decide it's coming from? This side. Lacquered shoes, very reflective. That's the idea anyway. Oh, it's because it's specified by size on screen. Whoops. So my brush was scaling up and down every time I zoomed in or out. Wonder if anybody works like that. Then you'd get smaller brush strokes the more you were zoomed in. That's interesting. Probably is a potential workflow like that. Where you just always work at a detail density relative to how zoomed in you are. Well, yeah, it's what I just found out is it's a setting in Clip Studio specified by size on screen that you can just make all your brushes adhere to if you want to. So you could go, if you're using Clip Studio, you can go make that brush for yourself right now. Nah, Photoshop main. MS Paint? You're not even trying to engage with the discourse. You know, yeah. Okay, that's that. And then I think for the LP, it's mainly just like something like that. Dude, I do not assume to know anything about my viewers yet. I think once you've been streaming for a while, like a pattern starts to paint itself, but for now it's like I don't know. Barely know you guys. You do banger art though? Oh, nice, nice. Is this the same degree of cap as the MS Paint joke, or a lesser degree of cap this time? Sometimes. Has anybody ever told you you might be a dark triad? I saw this. I saw this pop sci YouTube video day before yesterday about imposter syndrome, and this Harvard psychology professor was like, "Well, everybody has imposter syndrome. If you don't, when I in my work, when I encounter individuals who don't experience imposter syndrome, who are experiencing success and have no second thoughts about it, that's when I start to watch out, because I might be talking to a dark triad. A dark triad is an individual who exhibits narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy in in higher than average amounts. So apparently, if you don't have any kind of imposter syndrome, you're supposed to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I guess you did say sometimes. You're probably good. You're probably good then. Did a little art with Acryl 1. Okay. No, it's nice. It's nice to discover cool brushes. I see, I see. And hey, I don't presume to know anything about you. I'm just saying which I learned. I learned yesterday that apparently no imposter syndrome might be a dark triad. Which is the coolest name in the world for what's kind of like just an asshole. Above average levels of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy is that's just kind of like an asshole, right? Austin Powers. Greatest song in Saints Row the Third. I mean, probably. Thanks for the follow. This was, oh no, this is a name that's too small to read on the... I'll be there in a second. It's so Dodd. Thank you for the follow. All right. Back to art. Hi, you're a new fan? Holy shit, that was easy. What was the break point? When did you commit to being a fan? And you're not even... Okay, there you go. Kawaii smiley. Kawaii smiley. Now I'm part of the club. Now I'm part of the club and you can't stop me. This song's funny more than anything. It's mainly the hook. It's mainly because of the hook. You'll see what I'm saying. Sick. Anatomy info. Then the violin character. And the other fire characters. Awesome. Well, maybe it wasn't that easy then. Because that was, all of that was a significant amount of work. This is the funny part of the song. Funny haha. One Casey man feeling himself. Generational is a word that's been popping recently. I always know new Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang from when my, or like vernacular from when my roommate says it. If my roommate is starting to like over-represent a word in his vocabulary, I know, okay, it's because young people are saying it these days. I know I'm young people. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm young people, but I'm not like tuned into our language. My roommate is. But okay, but it's a really expressive word. Yeah, but you must realize that you're watering down the expressiveness of the word by over representing it. Generational is such a goated ass word because it means once in a generation. So maybe like use it about things once in a generation, right? I mean, do whatever you want. But that'd be my take. There we go. That's what I wanted. Good for you. Happy you like your brushes, man. Ducky dog. Yeah, it seems we'll finish this off stream. And I is him. Snoopy dog. Five minutes left. Oh, the dilemma. The dilemma. I wanted very simple, sort of like form expressing shading on the pants, but also I kind of want the suit jacket to shine a bunch. Damn. Decisions. Probably the first dude that had to make a decision, I'd guess. I bet he was like, oh man, this is difficult. Decisions. Probably took a beat. Then said decisions again. Now we're all saying it. Props to that first guy who had to make a decision. Salute the troops. I think we're just going to keep it quite simple and make the material of the suit be like quite a matte, diffuse material, because then also we get that contrast of the shinier gold, shinier skin as well, probably. You think I cooked? That's nice, thanks. Gonna need a nurse. You feel like you've been here before? I don't think you have, good sir. It did say first time chat when you popped up. Remember the little guy? Maybe you've seen one of my Instagram reels. He's sometimes in those. All right. Well, that, gang, is 11 o'clock. which is when I end stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Expect to see this one on the medias of social probably today. I'm gonna shoot for that. See you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good one. Goodbye.